Johnny Vega into the box. Johnny, go, 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 go.
It's time for live coverage of spring sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air, and Gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Inland Northwest Honda Dealers, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Now it's time for live sports here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Leads it 1-0.
Well, a few raindrops are falling on us here at Recreation Park, but we're going to play baseball nonetheless as the Big Nine season gets underway for the Wenatchee Panthers today. They got washed out to the doubleheader that they were trying to get in over the weekend, so this will be their first test in Big Nine play against a very tough team that has a lot of state experience. In fact, they've been to the state tournament 6 years in a row, trying to make it 7 here as the skies open up just as we begin our pregame show. These rains are supposed to pass, and we're supposed to get nice weather here, a little windy at Recreation Park as the Wenatchee Panthers take on the West Valley Rams here today. It is our first baseball broadcast of the spring, and spring is springing all over us. We're going to take a break and come back and talk with the new head coach for Wenatchee, Joe Schuyleman. Coming up next as the pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Well, I need windshield wipers for my glasses here, but we're supposed to get this game in today. Talking with Joe Schuyleman, new head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers, taking over a program. Only had 8 wins last season, but your kids were telling me before we got here today that they've set some lofty goals.
Yeah, they've set some goals to get to the Final Four in state, so it's going to take a heck of a turnaround for them, and they're working pretty hard on it.
Well, you got a team in town today that certainly has that state experience. It's an early litmus test for you guys, I guess.
Yeah, we got tested pretty early with Woodinville and Othello in non-league games that were both solid teams, and this West Valley team's always real solid, so it'll be a good challenge for us.
So tell me about your style of baseball. Are you like to put the game in motion? You like to use your speed? Tell us about your style.
We really like to put the game in motion. Between our varsity and JV and our 3 non-league, we're 43 out of 44 stolen bases. Wow. We like to put the game in motion. But we've got a good pitching staff, have a solid defense. So I think we should stand a good chance in league this year.
You got a senior with a lot of experience, Joe Schuyleman, going on the mound for you today. What is your hope for him early season in a game like this?
We're just working on building pitch count. So for him, go out, be aggressive, attack the batters. We're looking to push him up to about 70 pitches today. Okay. So, hopefully really get him through 5 or 6 good solid innings, bring somebody in to finish out the game, and build towards the weekend.
For you, I know the kids have their own goals. What is your goal as far as setting the tradition of Schuyleman baseball here?
Just getting back to Wenatchee Panther baseball, a lot like Ed Neggs did back when I played growing up here. Playing a little more hard-nosed baseball, a little bit more wee baseball than me. So just kind of getting back to that.
Well, best of luck here today. Keep everybody healthy, most importantly.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. Pregame show is in the books. We're going to come back and get you the lineups and get you the first pitch. Hopefully the rain stops here at Recreation Park. It's Wenatchee and West Valley coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients, handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family.
It's a great time to go into the medical profession. And this is the perfect place to start, because this is going to provide you that basic understanding in order to get into medical school, physical therapy school. So when you are ready to head on your career pathway, wherever it is, then you've already had some experience and say, oh, it's so cool. This is exactly what I want to do. So really, you're going to leave me with 13 college credits and a license with the state of Washington.
Afternoon for baseball. Eric Granstrom coming to you live from Recreation Park. Let's take a look at the lineups here for the game today. First of all, for the Wenatchee Panthers, as they are just 0-2 on the season so far. This is their first Big Nine test of the year. Batting first will be first baseman Owen Irvin. Batting second will be third baseman Connor Christensen. Batting third, the catcher James Butler. Batting fourth, second baseman Nolan Godfrey. Batting fifth will be the pitcher Joe Schuyleman. Batting sixth, the DH Brock Toughness. Batting seventh, the shortstop Matt Butler. Batting eighth will be Brian Martinez, center fielder, and Griffin Butler will bat ninth. He is in right field. The left fielder, by the way, is Thomas Ivy. Meanwhile, for the West Valley Rams, with a record of 1-4, they're 0-3 on the Big Nine schedule so far. Brent Neisler will lead off. He is the shortstop. Batting second, Carter Graham, the third baseman. Batting third, first baseman Drake Seward. Batting cleanup, the right fielder Cody Leverton. Batting fifth will be Carson Sharp, the left fielder. Hudson Freeze is playing at second base. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, Isaac Ferrula. He's the center fielder. Drayden Burley is the DH. Batting eighth, and batting ninth will be Anthony Hannon Renteria, I should say, who is the catcher. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here. Our first broadcast of baseball this spring on the NCWLIFE Channel. By the way, Don Bird is behind the plate calling balls and strikes, and Jeff Levitt is out on the bases. Our two-man umpiring crew from the Chelan County Association as we get ready for baseball. Top of the first inning, and Brant Neisler will step in, the junior shortstop, in the right-handed batter's box against Joe Schuyleman, the senior for Wenatchee. And the first pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-1 the count here to Neisler. Again, he'll be followed by Carter Graham and Drake Seward here this afternoon. Our broadcast brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. 0-1 the count as Schuyleman delivers. This pitch swung on and hit hard, but right at the shortstop, Matt Butler, who will kneel down to one leg and make the catch on the line out. So one out here for the Rams brings up Carter Graham. Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. This pitch swung on a fly ball to center field. Moving over to his left. Easy play out there for Brian Martinez. And a line out to center field brings up the first baseman, Drake Seward. Seward, a senior. Lots of experience in this lineup for West Valley, who made it all the way to the state tournament last year. This is 6 years in a row now that the West Valley Rams have made it to the state 4A tournament. First pitch by Schuyleman is missing outside with a curveball. 1-0 the count. The first ball thrown by Schuyleman. Our additional thanks going out to our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Appreciate you tuning in here for baseball. Spit swung on, popped up, foul territory, first base side, and calling for it in foul territory and reaching up and snabbing that one is Owen Irvin, and it's a 1-2-3 story for West Valley in their part of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Wenatchee due up next. Scoreless so far at Recreation Park. It's Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. At Coldwell Banker, their people, their company are cut from a different cloth. They see, hear, sense, and feel things that other people don't. They have a unique appreciation for the thing called home. Because of this dedication, Coldwell Banker has thrived for over a century. This is why they are ranked #1 on Agent Trust. Coldwell Banker. They do real estate with higher standards and have been guiding people home since 1906. Well, the Wenatchee batting lineup will face Colby Graham, right-handed pitcher who's just a sophomore out there on the mound getting the start for the West Valley Rams. His battery mate is Anthony Hannon-Renteria. So that is pitcher-catcher here for West Valley. Meanwhile, due up for their part of the first inning for Wenatchee, Owen Irvin, Connor Christensen, and James Butler. 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup here for Wenatchee. And Coach Josh Schuyleman telling us before the ballgame that he really likes to put the game in motion. He likes to get guys on base and have them run. So we'll see what the approach is here in the bottom of the first. In fact, turning to bunt and trying to bunt the ball away, but fouling it off, and strike one to Owen Irvin. So right on cue, you got the leadoff man, the sophomore Owen Irvin, trying to lay the bunt down. Wind it and delivery by Graham here as he squares the bunt again up the first baseline. He pushes it, but it will go foul. So the count now 0-2 on Irvin, so that will make him a hitter here. Dimensions here at Recreation Park, 350 down the left field line, 385 to center, and 295 to right. You've got from right center all the way around towards right field. That is ivy covered. A reach and a swing and a miss here by Irvin. So the first out for Wenatchee is a strikeouts by Colby Graham. That'll bring up third baseman Connor Christensen. So one down for Wenatchee. Bottom of the first, scoreless so far between the Rams and the Panthers. Christensen in the right-handed batter's box to face the righty on the mound, and the sophomore Graham. And the delivery on the way is check swing. He went around according to the home plate umpire. Strike one the call, 0-1 the count. Again, Don Burt calling balls and strikes behind home plate, and Jeff Levitt out there on the base pass. The 0-1 pitch to Christensen is swung on and fouled off the glove of the catcher, and the count 0-2. Our broadcast here brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese, and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Graham to Christensen is a curveball, strike on the outside corner. Gone looking is Christensen. So a good start here for the sophomore Colby Graham for West Valley. Couple of punch outs, and that'll bring up the catcher James Butler. Butler returning off of that last year's squad that had 8 wins on the season and lofty goals for the Panthers here in 2024. First pitch on the way to Butler is swung on and missed, and boy, a lot of fanning here early for the Panthers. They're not tracking that ball from Colby Graham so far. 0-1 the count to Butler. Graham quickly working on the mound, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed as well. That pitch was low and inside, and Butler being aggressive up there, swings and misses, so he's down in the count 0-2. Scoots up in the box a little bit, and the 0-2 pitch to him is a slider in there for a strike. Beautiful first inning. A 3-up, 3-down story. Nothing but K's for Colby Graham. We'll take a break and come back after one scoreless so far in Wenatchee. You're watching Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Abby says thank you to all the hometown heroes making our community so great. If you know a deserving hometown hero, shoot us an email, hero@abbys.com. Every week, we'll thank some of these heroes with a free giant pizza. Abby's, proud to serve your community. Be a hero tonight. Treat your family and friends to Abby's famous hometown hero pizza. This giant features our classic pepperoni, tasty Italian sausage, and crisp green peppers for a one-of-a-kind legendary flavor. Visit abbys.com for a special pizza at a very special price.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Well, to the top of the second we go. Cody Leverton, Carson Sharp, and Hudson Freeze due up here for West Valley. In a scoreless game, our broadcast brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call them up at 509-662-6842. Get you an update on the Mariners playing their final Cactus League game today, and Seattle wins yet again, knocking off the Padres. This game was actually in San Diego today, 7-6 the final, as the Mariners get another positive note and a win to wrap up the preseason. I think they finished 15-13 on the preseason, did the Seattle Mariners. We'll check the box score coming up. I'll tell you who did what in today's game as Seattle gets ready for the opening day Thursday night at T-Mobile Park. So Cody Leverton steps in. First pitch on the way from Schuyleman is a strike on the inside corner. Good fastball there. 0-1 to count to Leverton, senior. One of 6 seniors in the lineup here for Ryan Johnson. Second pitch taken for a strike. 0-2 quickly the count on the right fielder. Cody Leverton back in the right-handed batter's box as Schuyleman looks in, gets a sign from Butler, and it's fouled back to the screen behind home plate, and the count stays at 0-2. I know J.P. Crawford got a leadoff hit. He came around and scored in the first inning today. Julio Rodriguez also 1 for 1. He drove in 2. This pitch misses just outside for a ball, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Leverton. Ryan Schreck, youngster for Seattle, was 2 for 3 today with a run and an RBI. As that pitch is fouled off by Leverton, the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Dylan Moore 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. So a little contribution up and down the lineup here for the Mariners today. See if they got any long balls or not. RBIs, nope. No long balls today. In fact, no extra base hits, according to the box score. But Mariners coming up with a win 7-6 over San Diego. Leverton takes another ball. And the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long at bat here for Leverton to lead off the second. Schuyleman looking in, has a sign. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed, and a strikeout. The first of the game here for Joe Schuyleman. 1 down in the second brings up the left fielder Carson Sharp. Sharp also a senior for Coach Johnson. I should say Ryan Johnson assisted by John Hernandez, who is coaching third base for the Rams. Tim Ronstad is coaching over at first base. Josh Pierce is their pitching coach. And the 1-0 pitch from Schuyleman taken a little bit low for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Carson Sharp. So Seattle taking on the Boston Red Sox on opening day. That'll be Thursday night in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. This pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. West Valley dugout kind of groaning at that one. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on the second man up here in the second. This pitch swung on, and barely getting a piece of it was Sharp, and that evens the count at 2-2. So these two teams meet here for the first time at Rec Park this season. They will wrap up the 3-game series coming up on Friday down in Yakima. 2-2 pitch swung on, and a fly ball hit foul down the left field line. That's going to head down towards the bullpen area here at Recreation Park, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carson Sharp. Hudson Freeze waiting on deck here. 1 down for West Valley, nobody aboard. And the pitch is bouncing in for a ball, runs the count full at 3-2. Wenatchee was hoping to be down in the Yakima area at East Valley over the weekend, but that game rained out, that doubleheader rained out last Saturday. 3-2 pitch from Schuyleman is just outside, barely missed for ball 4, so the West Valley gets their first man aboard via the walk. here in the ball game. So with a man on and one out, that brings up second baseman Hudson Freeze. Freeze, a junior, steps in that right-handed batter's box as Schuyleman works from the first base side from the stretch, and the pitch on the way is off speed, missing high for ball one. Isaac Frula waiting on deck here for the Rams. West Valley lost their opener of the season on the road, or actually it was home against Kennewick. This curveball is in there for a strike, and the count even now to Freeze at 1-1 strike. Fell to Kennewick at home 10-0, then picked up a 2-0 win over Kennedy Catholic. And then ran into the buzzsaw that is the Davis Pirates last week, did West Valley. The 1-1 pitch on the way is low for a ball. Lost to Davis last Tuesday, a week ago, 9-5. Then dropped both ends of the doubleheader on Friday, 12-11 and 3-1. 2-1 pitch on the way as the runner goes. Pitch swung on, a hit right to the second baseman. He'll tap the bag at second for one. The relay to first in time for the double play. 4 unassisted, 3 for the double killing, and that'll end the inning for West Valley. We'll head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here at Recreation Park. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Nolan Grodfried will start it off here for Wenatchee, and they're part of the second, scoreless here at Recreation Park. Wind blowing a little bit out to right or left field right now. The first pitch on the way is a little bit low. For ball one, 1-0 the count. Impressive start for Colby Graham, the sophomore right-handed pitcher for West Valley. Struck out the side in the first. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's high strike called, and the count even to Godfried at 1-1 strike. Godfried in the left-handed batter's box, a sophomore second baseman, waits on the 1-1 pitch, and that's right down the middle. No, apparently not. Okay, ball two. So my aging eyes here behind home plate apparently not seeing it as well as I thought I did. The 2-1 pitch on the way. This one is high for ball three. Joe Schuyleman and Brock Toffness also due up here for Wenatchee, and they're part of the second. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off behind home plate, so the count runs full to Godfried at 3-2 strikes. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with their other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Fouling on off again is Godfried, staying alive at 3-2. Don Burt behind home plate, calling balls and strikes. Jeff Levitt out on the base paths. Our two-man crew here this afternoon at Recreation Park. The 3-2 pitch on the way is swung on, and a hard-hit ball eats up the first baseman, stays with it, takes it to the bag himself. Good play over there by Drake Seward. That ball was hit hard right at him, and he fumbled it at first, but the ball stayed close, flew up in the air. He was able to grab it and then take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted for the put-out for the first out here in the second. That'll bring up the pitcher, Joe Schuyleman. Schuyleman really crowding the box in the right-handed side. And the first pitch by Graham on the way to him is missing outside for ball one. We'll see how much that plays in the mind of that sophomore out of the mound. Well, that big number one, his counterpart pitcher in there tight in the right-handed batter's box. The 1-0 pitch is inside, almost hit him. Count goes to 2-0 to Schuyleman. You crowd the plate that much, you can expect to be hit a couple of times this season. 2-0 the count to the senior for Wenatchee. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard but foul off of the third base dugout side into the Wenatchee bench area. Count goes to 2-1 on Schuyleman. We are anticipating very gusty winds here this afternoon. The winds are pretty steady right now from right to left. Pitch here misses high as the hat goes falling off of the head of the sophomore Colby Graham. Count to Schuyleman goes to 3-1. Quick worker on the mound. Graham ready, and the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and hit hard through the left side. That's a seeing eye single for Joe Schuyleman. First base hit of the ball game for either team is a sharp single by Schuyleman. 1-on-1 down brings up Brock Toughness. Our broadcast also brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics. All you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So here we go. You got Schuyleman on the bases. And you got Toughness at the plate. First pitch bunted right back towards the mound. Pitcher off the mound will field a throw. The throw's a little high, but they do get the out. And down to second base on the play goes Schuyleman. So a sacrifice bunt. 1-3 on the putout. And so 2 down for Wenatchee. Runner in scoring position brings up the shortstop, Matt Butler. So if Butler can find a hole in the defense, has a chance to score Schuyleman out there from second base. Pitch on the way is inside. 1-0 the count. After the West Valley Series, Wenatchee will be on the road next week at Sunnyside on Tuesday and then host Sunnyside for a doubleheader next Friday. The 1-0 pitch on the way to the plate here. Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. This has a chance to be a fair ball. It is. Extra bases. Schuyleman is going to score easily, and Wenatchee's going to take the lead on an RBI double by Matt Butler. Carson Sharp out there in left field had no chance at that one as it was stung down the line, goes all the way to the fence, 350 feet away from home plate, and that allows Joe Schuyleman to pedal around easily from second base and score on the play. Wenatchee, a runner still in scoring position with 2 down, and that brings up Brian Martinez, the center fielder. Pitch on the way to Martinez, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and the count 0-1 to the sophomore. Martinez back in already, wags that bat quickly around behind his head, pinwheeling it. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that was high and outside. The count quickly in Graham's favor at 0-2. 1 run in, Wenatchee scoring moments ago on the RBI double by Butler. Butler out there with a short lead at second base, and the 0-2 count to Martinez. Pitch on the way is inside in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Hannon Renteria. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Graham was trying to get Martinez to chase one in the dirt there. I say dirt. There actually is no dirt here at Recreation Park. The infield is artificial, both the green and the brown. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and out in front of that pitch was Martinez, and that'll do it. But not before Wenatchee gets a run on a couple of hits. They leave a man. We'll head to the third. Wenatchee leading at 1-0 over West Valley. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Welcome back once again to a sun-splashed Recreation Park. Eric Granstrom with you as we head to the third inning of play. Wenatchee with a 1-0 lead over West Valley. Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Clean Air Connection. Keep your carpet, area rugs, upholstery, and air ducts clean for a healthier environment inside your home. Call Clean Air Connection today. YourCleanConnection.com on the web. Bottom part of the order due up for the Rams: Isaac Frula, Drayden Burley, and Anthony Hannon-Renteria to face Joe Schuyleman. Thanks to a double play, has faced the minimum so far. This pitch swung on and fouled off on the third base side. Ball bounces off of one of our backstop supports and ricochets back into the field of play. 0-1 the count to the senior center fielder for West Valley. Pitch by Schuyleman, inside and high for ball one. Well, the Mariners regulars and newcomers doing very well in spring training. Of course, spring training, right, doesn't count, right? Well, for Mariner fans who saw their team come a game shy of making the playoffs last year, and the game shy team that they fell short of winning the World Series, I think Mariner fans are trying to glom onto anything they can here positively as we get ready for the regular season in 2024. This pitch swung on and fouled into the glove of the catcher. So a strikeout, second strikeout for Schuyleman here in the game. One out in the third, brings up designated hitter Drayden Burley. So Crawford, by the way, J.P. Crawford hit .341 in the spring. Julio Rodriguez hit .394 in the spring. This pitch fouled away, and the count 0-1 to Burley. Is it Burley or Briley? I got to make sure I get that right here. Drayden, Briley. It's Burley. Burley, B-I-R-L-E-Y. Okay. 0-1 the count to Burley, and the pitch on the way. Swung on, a hit right back past on the top of the mound, and going to be coming down to the shortstop. And amazingly, Butler had enough time to get that throw over to first base. So Burley, not the fleetest of foot. 6-3 on the putout for the second out. I thought sure that was going to be a base hit, but it hit the mound, skied up in the air, and the shortstop, Matt Butler, was able to come over, wait for the ball to finally come down and gather it in and throw over to first base in time. That brings up the catcher, Hannon-Renteria. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count to Anthony. Schuyleman ready, and the 0-1 pitch is a little bit high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Let's see, who else was in the lineup today that did pretty well this spring? Well, Ty France, good to see him back and doing the things that Ty France does. He hit .364 this spring. Luke Fraley was the only one that really kind of struggled this spring. Let's see, Dylan Moore hit .378 this spring. This pitch grounded to Butler at short. He'll field and throw. The throw offline, and it drew the first baseman off the bag, so safe at first is Hannon-Renteria. That would have been a close play. We'll see if they give West Valley a hit or if they'll score that an error on the throw. We'll see about that. I think I'd give him a base hit. Slow roller to the shortstop, who was playing deep at short. Throw over across the diamond was pulling the first baseman, Owen Irvin, off the bag. So a runner on with two down. I still haven't scored that on the board here. And back to the top of the order for Brent Neisler. Neisler lined out to short in his first at bat. And the first pitch to him is a curveball in there for a strike. 0-1 to count to Neisler. So second runner aboard in the second consecutive inning here for the West Valley Rams. Runner from first fakes a run. The pitch swung on and a line drive right to the left fielder, and over to his right to field it is Thomas Ivy, and that will retire the side. They leave a man aboard. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Wenatchee on top of West Valley, 1-0. You're watching Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local, because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
The Honda you want is here, driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Turned out to be a lovely afternoon here at the ballpark with sunshine and a few clouds on the horizon, but looking good right now. And looking good right now are the Wenatchee Panthers, leading West Valley by a score of 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the order as Griffin Butler leads it off. First pitch to him is off speed for a strike. 0-1 to count to Butler. Freshman right fielder steps in the right-handed batter's box for Wenatchee. The 0-1 pitch on the way by Colby Graham swung on and fouled at the plate. In the count quickly 0-2 here on Butler. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Helping the people of North Central Washington with real estate for over 40 years, Coldwell Banker Real Estate is guiding you home in North Central Washington. This pitch guided to the third baseman, who is able to flag it down on the fly. Carter Graham with a decent play out there. Soft line out to third is the first out for Wenatchee here in the third inning. And back to the top of the order for first baseman Owen Irvin. Owen, a victim of a strikeout, swinging in that first inning in a 1-2-3 frame for Graham. And boy, did that sophomore look awfully good, throwing nothing but strikes and striking out the side in the first inning against the Panthers. This slider misses outside for ball one. 1-0 the count to Irvin. Sophomore back in the right-handed batter's box. Of course, Irvin tried to lay down a couple of bunts, so he got 2 strikes on him that way. This pitch misses inside for a ball. Quickly 2-0 to Owen. Connor Christensen waiting on deck for Wenatchee. One down, bottom of the third, 1-0 Wenatchee on top on the RBI double by Matt Butler. This pitch inside, look out, and causes Irvin to duck out of the way, and somehow the ball missed him. And it goes 3-0 now on Owen. That'll get your heart thumping. Fastball sailing right at your noggin. The 3-0 pitch on the way by Graham is a strike of the outside corner. Now, back in the day, ball goes off the glove of the catcher when he's kind of crossing over. That's usually outside the strike zone, but the umpire called it a strike, and this pitch is low for ball 4. So a one-out walk given up here. That's the first walk of the ball game by Graham. Puts a man aboard for third baseman Connor Christensen. Christensen struck out looking on 3 pitches in the first. Colby Graham working from the stretch will look over his shoulder at the runner at first base, who gathers a lead over there. And scoring to bunt is Christensen. He'll take the pitch, missing outside for ball 1. Carter Graham, the third baseman, coming in tight on the play, expecting maybe that bunt to come up the third baseline, although the play is typically a bunt up the first baseline here if you got a runner at first. Running from first, dancing. The pitch is low, or a strike called, and a head-first slide on a stolen base out there at second for Owen Irvin. Pitch was called a strike, so it evens at 1 ball, 1 strike here to Connor Christensen. Wenatchee with a runner in scoring position for the third time here in the game. Leading at 1-0 in the bottom of the third, and a 1-1 count on Christensen, and timeout asked for by Connor, granted by our home plate umpire Don Burt. Connor back in, crowding in that right-handed batter's box. And Colby Graham ready after a check at second base. The pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Late swing there by Christensen. He was behind it. And behind in the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Broadcast brought to you by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health, dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities here in North Central Washington. 1-2 the count to Christensen. Duck on the pond at second with one out here in the third. And a pitch by Graham as the hat goes tumbling down, and it's a ball. And the count evens to Christensen at 2-2. Very close, but just off the strike zone, according to our home plate umpire. Christensen ready. Graham ready. And the pitch on the way, swung on and lifted foul on the first base side and out of play. So we'll do that 2-2 pitch over again. Again, talking with Josh Schuyleman before the ball game here today, the new head coach for Wenatchee said he wanted to get Joe Schuyleman about 70 pitches today. Hopefully work him into the 5th, 6th inning. This pitch swung on and lifted in the air. Shortstop diving for it. Can't get it. The run goes over to third base. And they're going to try to score him. The center fielder bobbles the ball out there. And scoring easily, standing up, is Owen Urban. And Wenatchee's on top, 2-0. Ball reached down, and Christensen just kind of lobbed it in the air. Brant Neisler, the shortstop, tried to sky up for it, couldn't get it. So give an RBI single to Christensen as Irvin scores on the play. And Christensen at first, 2-0 Wenatchee. James Butler now steps up. Butler 0 for 1 in the game with a strikeout. The pitch by Graham as the runner goes. The catcher just takes the ball as that was inside, missing for a ball. Squaring to bunt was Butler. He'll take the bat back and give a stolen base to Christensen. So another runner in scoring position for Wenatchee. 1-0 the count to Butler. And the pitch on the way is missing high and inside for ball 2. We're going to get a conversation here as Hannon Renteria, the catcher, will go out to try to settle down the sophomore Graham on the mound. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982, serving residential and commercial. They specialize in indoor air quality, installation, service, and repair. 2-0 Wenatchee on top. A run in the second, now another here in the third, and not done yet with one out, one aboard, one in, and a 2-0 count to Butler. Graham ready. The pitch on the way misses well outside for ball 3. Butler, dangerous hitter up there for Wenatchee. First base is open, so if you're Graham here, maybe you try to be a little bit selective with your pitches. The 3-0 pitch is right down the middle and swung on and hit foul, just foul, outside the third base bag. Count goes to 3-1. Butler back and ready. Christensen with the lead at second. The pitch is outside for ball 4. So runners at first and second brings up second baseman Nolan Gottfried. And we're going to get a visit to the mound here by the West Valley coaching staff. I think Rowenstad said he was going to be the one that would come out to the mound unless there was a change. Ryan Johnson would make that change if necessary. Well, maybe that is Ryan out there. I think it is. Carter Graham joining that conversation on the mound with Colby Graham and the catcher Anthony Hannon Renteria. So Nolan Gottfried will step up. He's 0 for 1. Hit a ground ball to the first baseman that he was able to handle and get to the bag himself. First baseman in on the grass, expecting maybe a bunt laid down here. We'll see. Graham is ready. And the pitch on the way, bunted up the first baseline, but foul. It's off the plate and foul. And the count 0-1 to Gottfried. Should mention here, Ken Murtaugh is the voice you might be hearing in the background on the PA announcing the batters for Wenatchee. Ken Murtaugh had surgery yesterday. He's not actually here, but recorded his voice to do the intros. This pitch swung on a hit foul on the first base side, and it counted 0-2 to Godfrey. And we wish Ken Murtaugh the best of recovery, and sounds like surgery went well yesterday. Ken's back home today. So, Ken, we miss you, and want you back here at the ballpark. Your presence is definitely missed. 0-2 count on the way to Godfrey here with runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, swung on and lifted in the air to shallow left field. Left fielder coming in is going to have that ball bounce in front of him. They'll turn the runner from third. Here comes the play at the plate. The throw is in time. The tag is in time. They got him. So a base hit for Godfrey. Christensen is thrown out at home. 7-2 for the second out. Butler holds up at second on the play. Ball short hop Carson Sharp out there in left field. He was able to gather it in quickly and make a strong throw as Christensen kind of hesitated coming around third. Coaching staff sent him, and he's nailed at home. So 2 down here in the third with runners at first and second. And Joe Schuyleman steps up. Schuyleman with a base hit and scored Wenatchee's first run of the game back in the second on an RBI double by Matt Butler. Tossed to the bag at second, not in time to get James Butler. Meanwhile, Colby Graham trying to get out of this frame by allowing just the one run. Runners go. Pitch is a strike called. Throw down to third base is in time. They got him. Caught stealing is James Butler. 2-5 on the putout, and that'll do it for Wenatchee here in the third frame. They get a run on 2 hits. They'll leave a man. We'll head to the fourth, and it is Wenatchee on top 2-0. You're watching Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel. To the top of the fourth inning we go. Carter Graham, Drake Seward, and Cody Leverton due up here for the Rams as Wenatchee leads it by a score of 2-0. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Well, Wenatchee trying to be aggressive, as Josh Schuyleman told us he would be, with trying to move the runners around. And they had a runner cut down at home and a runner cut down at third base in that last half inning. Still get a run out of it and lead it 2-0 here. First pitch of this frame by Joe Schuyleman is in there for a strike to Carter Graham, and the count 0-1 to the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a line out to center in his first at bat. The 0-1 pitch by Schuyleman misses high and away for a ball as Graham was squaring to bunt. So far in the game, West Valley's had just a couple of base runners. This pitch swung on and hit on a hop right to the third baseman. Christensen down to a knee. Will Field stand up and throw over in time for the out. So one out here in the fourth brings up first baseman Drake Seward. Seward is 0 for 1. He popped foul for the final out of the first to the first baseman, and the first pitch here misses inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. This is our only broadcast of sports this week here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Busy guy over there at third is Christensen. He'll bobble it, but pick it up in time and throw over to first for the out. So a couple of assists here for Connor Christensen at third base, and that'll bring up right fielder Cody Leverton. Leverton is 0 for 1 of 2 strikeouts by Schuyleman in the ballgame so far. Next week, we will be, well, we're going to be off until next Friday. Let's see. No, next Tuesday, we'll be over at Dan White Field. Eastmont playing host to Moses Lake for a single game. Same game time with it live on Facebook at 4 o'clock and then on TV at 7. Quickly, 2 balls out of the strike zone by Schuyleman here to Leverton, and the 2-0 pitch is swung on a miss. He pulled the string on that one, and out in front of it was Cody Leverton. 2-1 to count to the senior right fielder. 2-1 pitch by Schuyleman, swung on and missed, and the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And again, Leverton way out in front of that pitch. 2 outs in the 4th, and Schuyleman trying to make quick work out of the Rams here. With the pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off of the catcher, and the count remains at 2-2. Our broadcast brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207. Schuyleman misses outside on the next pitch, so it runs full to Leverton. Schuyleman ready, and the pitch here misses inside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk given up by Joe. That's his 2nd walk of the ball game. And that brings up left fielder senior Carson Sharp. Sharp walked in his first plate appearance. Worked the count full. Schuyleman ready. Checks the runner over his shoulder at first, and the pitch on the way is high for a ball. We're in the top of the 4th inning here at Wenatchee's Recreation Park. Historic ballpark in Wenatchee. Has been here a long time. It is kind of, well, not quite what it looked like back in the day. The pitch here is a high pitch. The pitch, the throw down to first base is in time. They got him. Caught stealing, basically, is Leverton over there at first base on a beautiful throw by catcher James Butler. And that will retire the side for West Valley as Leverton gunned down for the final out. We'll take a break and come back. It's 2-0 Wenatchee on top of West Valley. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Well, I've seen both teams trying to be aggressive on the base paths, and a couple of, 3 runners gunned down so far in this one. Actually, I think 4 total, 2 per side. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Joe Schuyleman, Brock Toffness, and Matt Butler due up for the Wenatchee Panthers, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, as Wenatchee leads West Valley 2-0. Colby Graham continues to pitch here for West Valley, and the first pitch to Schuyleman is hitting him in the elbow and down to first base after being hit by the pitch is Schuyleman. Well, we talked about him crowding that right-handed batter's box, and that was definitely a part of that play right there. So 1 pitch, 1 aboard for Wenatchee. Wenatchee has left a couple of runners on the base paths here so far this afternoon. Toffness steps up, see if he squares the bunt. He bunted earlier to move the runners along. Graham is ready, and a pitch on the way. Squaring the bunt was Toffness. He'll take the pitch. Oh, hold on. The runner from first was kind of heading towards second, and the throw down to first base was not in time. So 1-0 the count to Toughness. And another toss to the bag at first, this time by the pitcher. And Schuyleman is back. I think I heard on the radio here, Mac, back in the studio, that sounds like we need to change a battery here. So be prepared to be switching your audio feed for the broadcast to the center field camera, I believe. This pitch is in the dirt outside. Good stop by the catcher. Keeping it close was Hannon Renteria, and the count goes to 2-0 on Brock Toughness. Toughness back to the right-handed batter's box with that wide-open stance. And a toss by the pitcher back to the bag at first. Scrambling is Schuyleman. So keeping a close eye on Joe is the West Valley defense. Leadoff man aboard after being hit by a pitch. 2-0 count to Toughness here. Runner from first goes. Pitch on the way is a strike. The throw down to second base. Not in time. Stolen base for Schuyleman. 2-1 that count to Toughness. Wenatchee with a runner in scoring position. Wenatchee scored its first run on an RBI double by Matt Butler to score Schuyleman in the second. Now a chance to score Schuyleman again for Wenatchee. 2-1 to count to Toughness. Nobody out. And the pitch on the way is a strike. Evens the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wenatchee added a run in the third on the RBI single by Connor Christensen to score Owen Irvin. That's where we sit right now at 2-0. Wenatchee on top, 2-2 count to Toughness. Schuyleman holds. The pitch is swung on and missed, and gone with the strikeout is Toughness for the first out. And that strikeout is the 5th in the ballgame here for Colby Graham. So he's given up a couple of runs, but has also done well on the mound here, just a sophomore for West Valley. Matt Butler with an RBI single in his first at bat steps in now. And the pitch on the way to him is missing outside with an off-speed pitch. 1-0 the count to Butler. Actually a double for Butler as he doubled down the left field line all the way to the fence out there in his first at bat. Now catcher Hannon Renteria comes out to check with Graham. Probably change the signal patterns with a runner out there at second base, kind of spying on what they're doing. 1-0 the count to Butler, who's back in the right-handed batter's box. Graham is ready, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and hit, loop down the right field line. This could be trouble. It's going to slice foul. And the count even to Butler at 1 ball and 1 strike. Our broadcast brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament or event today. Call the Pro Shop and schedule your time on the course, or they have the indoor full swing S4 wide screen golf simulator. Call 884-4653. That's 509-884-4653 for Highlander Golf Course and Grill. 1-1 to the count to Matt Butler. With Joe Schuyleman a short lead at second. Pitch on the way is missing in the dirt outside. Good pluck by Hannon Renteria to keep the runner where he is. Count goes to 2-1 on Butler. Pitch by Graham. High for ball 3. Brian Martinez on deck here for Wenatchee. Again, the surface here at Recreation Park, if you're watching at home or wherever you might be, watching on the web, on your tablet or your phone, the infield is artificial surface here at Recreation Park. The outfield is all grass, including foul territory in the outfield. This pitch swung on and fouled at the plate, so the count will run full to Matt Butler at 3-2. So the brown that you see, I say pitches are in the dirt. That's old habit not dirt. The brown here is also artificial grass, if you will. Very same material that the green is. Turf. Pitch on the way is in the dirt outside for ball 4. So a good at bat for Matt Butler. He'll get aboard with one out here in the fourth inning. Puts runners at first and second for Brian Martinez. Martinez struck out swinging in the second to end that frame for Wenatchee. See if they maybe have him lay the bunt down.
Number 17, Brian Martinez.
The sophomore center fielder choked up way on the bat. And the pitch on the way to him as he squares the bunt, bunts it in front of the plate. It's foul off of the plate. Quickly called by our home plate umpire, Don Burt, and the count 0-1 to Martinez. The pitching mound here at Recreation Park, also artificial surface. Dirt mound underneath, covered by the artificial turf here. They replaced this surface last summer. Turn around, they got a rundown now between second and third, and Schuyleman is going to be nailed on a caught steal for Wenatchee. So 1-6-5 caught stealing is Joe Schuyleman. That'll be the second out for Wenatchee. Runner at first holds, and Brian Martinez behind in the count 0-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and miss is Martinez. Went down to a knee on that one. Broadcast also brought to you by your Inland Northwest Honda dealers, including Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. 0-2 count to Martinez. Toss to the bag at first. A little high over there, but able to bring it in is Drake Seward. 0-2 count to Martinez. Graham again. This time he's going to catch a rundown between first and second. Head first dive. Safe at second base, according to the umpire out there, is Matt Butler. So give Butler a stolen base. As it looked like he was dead to rights. Was able to just get a head of steam going. Head first slide with that left arm in and was able to grab a corner of the bag away from the throw. From the pitcher to the first baseman to the shortstop. Meanwhile, 0-2 to Martinez. Pitch is bouncing in, gets away from the catcher. Runner from second goes to third. The throw is off the bag. And popping up is the runner. And Butler going to try to score. He will. Wenatchee up 3-0. So give him a stolen base and an error on the throw by the catcher. And Butler scores on the play. 1-2 to count to Brian Martinez, now with the bags empty out in front of him. 3-0 Wenatchee. Again, aggressive on the base pass are the Panthers. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Martinez is strike 3 called. Gone looking is Martinez, but Wenatchee, being aggressive on the pass, will get another run in. And we will head to the fifth inning of play. Wenatchee 3, West Valley nothing. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Number 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up for West Valley here in their part of the fifth. Carson Sharp, Hudson Freeze, and Isaac Frula due up here for West Valley, finding themselves behind on the scoreboard right now, 3-0. 3 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Wenatchee. No runs, no hits, and 1 error for West Valley so far. Joe Schuyleman continuing to pitch, and the first pitch here misses outside for ball 1 to Carson Sharp, who walked in his first at bat. Schuyleman with 2 walks and a couple of strikeouts here this afternoon. This pitch swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play on the third base side. Count evens to Sharp at 1 ball and 1 strike. This pitch swung on and hit foul down the the left field line, and the count a ball and 2 strikes on Carson Sharp. We will be next out next Tuesday at Dan White Field in East Wenatchee for Eastmont and Moses Lake. Join us live with the stream at 3:50 on Facebook, and then broadcast on television at 7 next Tuesday, 2nd of April. 2-2 count to Sharp here, and the pitch by Schuyleman misses outside for ball 3. So second time in a row that Carson Sharp has worked a count full, senior versus senior here, between the Rams and the Panthers. Schuyleman with a big deep breath, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and hit hard. That's going to be a base hit, and that'll get rid of the no-hitter for Joe Schuyleman on the first hit of the game by West Valley, and that comes here with a leadoff single by Sharp in the 5th. That'll bring up their second baseman, Hudson Freeze. No activity of a backup pitcher here so far for Wenatchee. Freeze 0 for 1. Pitch on the way to him here is inside, almost hit him. Umpire didn't give us the sign that the ball was dead, so catcher James Butler will bounce after it and make sure the runner doesn't move. 1-0 the count to Freeze. Hit into a double play to second baseman Nolan Gottfried. Joe Schuyleman would love to see another double play right now. This pitch is in there for a strike, and the count evens to Freeze at 1-1. After our broadcast next Tuesday at Eastmont, we will be at Wildcat Stadium on Friday. This pitch swung on a fly ball to shallow right field. In fact, not even very deep. Nolan Gottfried will go out and field it. So a pop out to second for the first out. Brings up center fielder Isaac Frula. Frula 0 for 1 with a strikeout. But again, we'll be at Wildcat Stadium for some soccer on Friday the 12th, I think it is. Wenatchee and Eastmont, their second match of the year. 6:50 with a pregame. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have your play-by-play a couple of weeks from now. Isaac Frula takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1 to count to the senior center fielder. Frula back in and ready with a runner at first base, 1 down for West Valley. Schuyleman ready, and the right-hander's delivery is in there for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2 on Frula. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling, call Kennedy Real Estate Group online at kennedygroup.com. That's K-E-N-A-D-Y group.com. 0-2 pitch. Schuyleman ready. And the right-hander's delivery. Swung on and fisted in the air to shallow left field. Shortstop going out, and able to corral that one is Matt Butler. So call that a pop out to the shortstop for the second out. That brings up the designated hitter, Drayden Burley. So Burley is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the shortstop in his first at bat back in the 3rd. West Valley, I thought maybe got a base hit back in the 3rd inning, but they called that an error on Wenatchee third baseman Connor Christensen on the throw to first that allowed Anthony Hanna-Renteria to get aboard. This pitch is low and inside for a ball. 2-0 the count to Burley. So the first base hit off of Schuyleman comes on the leadoff man here, Carson Sharp, in the 5th. He's still over at first base. Get a timeout by the home plate umpire. Looks like got a ball loose down the first base side, so they get that corralled. 2-0 the count to Burley with 2 down here in the 5th. Short lead at first. Pitch on the way is in the dirt outside. Nice job by Butler to get a backhand on that one. And the count goes to 3-0 on Burley. New baseball delivered out to the mound. Our broadcast brought to you by Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of the essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop by today. Again, Sharp with the lead at first base. He's been there since the first batter in this inning. This pitch misses away for ball 4. And so a 2-out walk given up to Burley. That's the 3rd walk given up by Schuyleman. And that'll bring up Anthony Hannon-Renteria. Again, Hannon-Renteria got aboard on an error that was charged to Connor Christensen at 3rd. He had a couple of balls come his way, so Connor better be ready here. Pitch by Schuyleman is right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 to count to Hannon-Renteria. Again, after today, these two teams will meet for a doubleheader down in West Valley on Friday at 4 and at 6. This pitch is across, but I guess a little bit low, and the count evens to Hannon-Renteria at 1 ball and 1 strike. West Valley then will have a non-leaguer next week on Tuesday against Ellensburg before 2 weeks from now, taking on Sunnyside in the first of 3 games on a Tuesday. 2 weeks from now. This pitch is low and inside for a ball. 2-1. West Valley dug out trying to make some noise out here. Trying to get a 2-out rally going with runners at first and second, trailing it by a score of 3-0. Wind picking up again here at Recreation Park. This pitch misses outside as well for ball 3. So Sharp got aboard on a single, bloop single down the first baseline into right field. Freeze was put out. Frula put out, a couple of pop-outs. A walk to Burley, and now this pitch swung on and hit up the third baseline. That's a fair ball, and everybody is safe. Basically a swinging bunt for Hannon-Renteria. And he'll get aboard and load the bases up here for West Valley. Back to the top of the order for the shortstop, Brant Neisler. So we're going to get a runner out there at first base. See if I can get a number. That is number 3. And so running at first for West Valley is Corbin Goodlake. And the pitch by Schuyleman in a sticky situation is across for a strike. 0-1 to count to Neisler. So with a catcher aboard at first base, again, they bring in Goodlake to run. And this pitch misses for ball 1. 1-1 to count to Neisler. Neisler's 0 for 2, but he's hit it hard a couple of times, out to the shortstop and out to the left fielder. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and he was out in front of that one. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Joe Schuyleman trying to work out of a jam with 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and a 3-0 ball game with Wenatchee on top. Junior shortstop Brant Neisler in. The pitch swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play on the first base side. That'll hit the top of the overhang here at Recreation Park. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Our broadcast brought to you by Sangster Motors. Family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV at Sangster Motors. 1-2 the count to Neisler. Schuyleman trying to get out of the 5th here. Pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Gone. Looking is Neisler. He can't believe it. I honestly don't blame him for kind of doing a little double take at that one, but that'll be it. They leave the bags full, does West Valley. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It is 3-0 Wenatchee on top of the Rams. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Griffin Butler, Owen Irvin, and Connor Christensen, 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order for Wenatchee. Due up here in the bottom of the fifth with Wenatchee on top of West Valley, 3-0. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Griffin Butler steps up. Right fielder freshman is 0 for 1 with a soft line out to the third baseman. Colby Graham continues to pitch for West Valley, and the first pitch of the inning is swung on and hit foul on the third base side, and the count 0-1 to Griffin Butler. Wenatchee's played a couple of non-league games so far against Woodinville, falling 7-2 in its opener, and then losing tight one to Othello 5-4. Had tried to play a doubleheader last weekend, but it was rained out on Saturday. So only the third game of the season for the Panthers. The 1-1 pitch on the way here is swung on and fisted foul into the screen on the first base side. So the count's a ball and 2 strikes on Griffin Butler. Freshman right fielder in very, very close to home plate. The 1-2 pitch on the way to him, swung on a fly ball to left center. Who's going to get it? And calling for it will be the center fielder. A close play out there. Frula and Sharp coming in the same vicinity. Both of them could have caught it, but it will be the center fielder that will catch this one. 1 out for Wenatchee. Back to the top of the order for Owen Irvin. Irvin 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, walked and scored Wenatchee's second run of the ball game in the third. Wenatchee with a run in each of the second, third, and fourth innings to lead it 3-0. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, foul territory, and out of play on the first base side. And the count 0-1 on Irvin. Our broadcast brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. You ever get a chance to stop by any of these businesses we talk about, be sure and thank them for helping us bring you sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. Slow bounder to the third baseman. In is Graham. The throw to first, and it is in time for the out. Good play over there by Carter Graham at third base. We've seen some decent fielding throughout this game on both sides. 2 down here in the fifth. We'll bring up third baseman Connor Christensen. Connor's 1 for 2 after striking out looking in the first and an RBI single in the third to score Irvin with Wenatchee's second run. First pitch is off speed, in for a strike, according to the home plate umpire Don Burt. 0-1 the count to Christensen. Back in the right-handed batter's box, and Graham with the pitch. Swung on and grounded to the second baseman. A slow roller in on the ball is Freeze, and he will throw out in time Christensen. That'll do it. Wenatchee gone 1-2-3 in the fifth. We'll head to the sixth inning of play. Still Wenatchee on top 3-0. You're watching Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Imagine a science project being done on the kitchen table. Feel the excitement on Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs to form memories that cannot be erased. Listen for the laughter coming from the next room. Put your family in a new home to make these visions become reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade. Use the Move meter entering 2 cities and see how a potential move scores based on the cost of living and other factors. Make your dream place a reality with Coldwell Banker Cascade today.
A defensive change here for Wenatchee as two players will switch positions. Coming in to pitch now will be Nolan Godfrey, who had been the second baseman. The former pitcher Joe Schuyleman will go out to second base. So Schuyleman to second, and his day is done on the mound. He goes 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, had 3 walks, and I believe 3 strikeouts. Let's recheck that. 1, 2 strikeouts, and 3 strikeouts. That is correct. So that's it for Joe. He stands to win this one if Wenatchee can hang on. Meanwhile, the task is given to Nolan Godfrey to take over. Nolan is a sophomore, so he will face the 2, 3, and 4 batters for West Valley. That's Carter Graham, Drake Seward, and Cody Leverton. That's the order due up as catcher James Butler will go out and confer with Godfrey. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Authentic Hawaiian barbecue, Hawaiian Loco Moco plate, Japanese-style ramen, and bubble tea. Stop by at 1450 North Wenatchee Avenue today. That's 1450 North Wenatchee Avenue. First pitch of the inning is way inside. Look out. Graham will bend away from that one. Off-speed pitch. 1-0 the count to Carter Graham, who is 0 for 2 in the game so far. This pitch swung on and hit foul on the first base side, and the count even at 1-1 strike. Graham lined out to center in the first and then grounded out to third in the fourth. It was a busy inning for Connor Christensen over there at third base. This pitch swung on and missed, and he was behind that fastball, and the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Godfrey has the sign and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he pulled the string on that one. Out in front was Graham. Good combination there for Godfrey. So the first out is a strikeout. That'll bring up first baseman Drake Seward. Seward 0 for 2 with a pop foul to first and then a ground out to third. First pitch here is in there for a strike, and the count 0-1. So important in high school baseball to be able to throw strikes. Doesn't matter how old you are. This pitch swung on a grounded to third. Christensen will field on a hop, throw to first in time for the out. 2 outs in the 6th. Brings up right fielder Cody Leverton. Leverton is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. Leverton, a senior, in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch on the way to him swung on and fouled back. And the count 0-1 on Cody. Wenatchee's retired West Valley just, twice in order here, in the first and then again on the 4th. In the 4th, thanks to a double play to end the inning. The 0-1 pitch here swung on and hit hard but foul up the third base side, and the count 0-2. Godfrey ready. The pitch is missing outside for a ball. Trying to get Leverton to fish after one. Again, Nolan Godfrey on the mound working in relief of Joe Schuyleman. The pitch on the way to the plate is swung on a miss. It was in the dirt, so the catcher's going to have to throw down to first base. And a 1-2-3 story for West Valley in the 6th. How about Godfrey in relief? We'll take a break and come back. 3-0. Wenatchee on top. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now. I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Got a new pitcher on the mound here for West Valley. Taking over will be Ian Case. Ian is a junior right-hander who will take over for Colby Graham. Graham goes 5 innings, just like Joe Schuyleman. He allowed the 3 runs on the board, and all 3 of those were earned. First man up here in the 6th inning for Wenatchee is James Butler. He'll be followed by Nolan Gottfried and Joe Schuyleman. Three hits on the board for Wenatchee. Pitch on the way here, misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to James Butler. They've got 3 hits on the board. I had 4 for Wenatchee so far. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Six strikeouts for Colby Graham, the sophomore for West Valley. In the ball game today, the 1-1 pitch is strike 2 called on the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Two walks given up by Graham, 1 hit by pitch. This pitch swung on and popped up on the first base side in fair territory. Over there is Drake Seward. He'll make the catch for the out. So 1 out for Wenatchee. Brings up second baseman Nolan Gottfried. Or I should say the pitcher now. Godfrey did a great job in relief in the top half of this inning. Now a chance to help his own cause. So Godfrey 1 for 2 in the ball game. Grounded out to first in the second and singled in the third. This pitch swung on and I guess foul tipped into the glove of the catcher. 0-1 the count to Godfrey. Ian Case working in relief here for West Valley. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, foul territory, third base side. Room and calling for it, making the catch will be Carter Graham over there. So a pop foul to the third baseman. Second out here in the 6th. Brings up the second baseman, Joe Schuyleman. Joe is 1 for 1 with a run scored. He singled and scored in the second, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Pitch on the way to him here is a beautiful slider. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-1 to count to Schuyleman. Wenatchee, by the way, has been taken care of in order twice so far in the ball game, in the 1st and then again in the 5th. This pitch is a strike 2 call. Nice job of changing pitches there by Case. 0-2 quickly on Schuyleman. Going to have to protect. Catcher sets up way outside. Pitch goes way outside. And it is 1-2. West Valley. 18-4 a season ago. Pitch swung on a miss, and that'll be it. Wenatchee retired in order. And good job relief by both sides here as we'll head to the 7th frame, and it is a 3-0 ball game. Wenatchee on top of West Valley. You're watching Big 9 Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Here we we go to the 7th inning. Wenatchee on top of West Valley 3-0, and due up for the Rams, Carson Sharp, Hudson Freeze, and Isaac Frula. Check and make sure if that's still the order. Looks like Carson Sharp is in there. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Nolan Godfrey again working in relief here for Wenatchee. Mowed West Valley down 1-2-3 in his first inning, and a swing and a miss here, and he's quickly ahead of the count to Carson Sharp at 0-2. Love it when your guys could come in and throw strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way misses just outside. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch bounces in. Ball 2. Hey, by the way, if you do not have it, I recommend you get it. We're talking about the NCWLIFE app. You can get notifications on breaking news, breaking sports, check the weather. Go to your Play Store and download the NCWLIFE app today. The pitch here swung on, ripped into center field for a base hit. There was no doubt about that one. Straightaway center field goes Carson Sharp for his second hit. He collected West Valley's first hit of the game back in the 5th. So a leadoff man aboard again here for West Valley. Only the third time in the game that West Valley's had the leadoff. No, it's only the second time. Our home plate umpire giving us an indication that we've got a courtesy runner out there at first base. So that is Talon Danforth that is running at first for Carson Sharp. Meanwhile, Hudson Freeze at the plate. Pitch on the way to him. Swung on a chop back over the mound. The shortstop will drive in and field and throw. His only play, because the second base bag was behind him, was over to first, and he will get the out there. Nice play by Matt Butler. Didn't even have a shot at trying to flip it behind him to Schuyleman. So he'll get the sure outs. Meanwhile, down to second base goes the runner Danforth. 1 out in the inning, 6-3 on the putout. This pitch swung on a fisted to right side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Are they going to score the run? No, they're not going to even try. As right fielder Griffin Butler came up with the ball quickly. And he'll fire it back in on the base hit the opposite way by Isaac Frula. So runners on the corners here for West Valley. First real big chance to score, and that brings up Drayden Burley. Burley's 0 for 1 with a ground out to short in the 3rd, and he got as far as second back in the 5th. Pitch on the way to him is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Boy, a good pitch by Godfrey on that one. Infield would love to turn 2 here and end the inning and end the threat. 0-1 the count to Burley. Pitch on the way. Curveball misses in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. James Butler keeping a close eye at the runner at first base to keep that force in play out at second, maybe turn 2. Wenatchee has been able to turn 1 double play in the game so far. This pitch misses low for a ball. 2-1 the count. West Valley sensing a little blood in the water here. Trying to capitalize with 2 on and 1 out in the 7th in a 3-0 ball game. Godfrey ready. Pitch swung on and hit off the plate, foul on the first base side. So the count even now to Burley at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Sticky situation here for the Panthers and Godfrey. 2-2 pitch on the way is swung on and missed. He swung at a high fastball and missed it. And out recorded, a big out right there, the second out of the inning. That brings up the catcher, Anthony Hannon Renteria. Renteria is 0 for 1, or 1 for 1, that is. He got aboard on an error in the third and then singled to left in the fifth. Would love to find a hole in the defense here. This pitch swung on and grounded to the shortstop. Backhanding the ball is Butler. The throw to first base is in time. He got it. A beautiful play by Matt Butler, ranging to his right, able to field the ball and make the throw in time across his body and get the runner out at first base for the final out. No run will score. 2 men are left. We will head to the bottom of the seventh, stretching it here at Rec Park. 3-0 Wenatchee on top. You're watching Big Nine Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Excuse me. 7 innings. What am I thinking? Man, we're done. That's it. Wenatchee wins. How about that? 3-0 the final. We will head down to the field sign for a post-game show coming up. Again, Wenatchee with the win here by a score of 3-0 over West Valley, and a huge win for the Panthers and a big win for the new coach for the Wenatchee Panthers in his first year of the varsity program, Joe Schuyleman. We'll take a break and come back post-game coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
Over there.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE Channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hey man, how's your arm?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions, and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Allergens. You can't see them, but they live in your carpet and your air ducts. Call the experts at Clean Air Connection for a clean, healthy living environment. Experience, education, and the right equipment equals the best cleaning job possible. Call Clean Air Connection today. Pet dander, allergens, dust, and pollen? Trust your home's carpet and duct cleaning to the experienced experts at Clean Connection. This locally owned family business educates their staff and uses only the best equipment. Call Clean Air Connection today.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE Channel. One more sponsor read to get in here before we get to our postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel. Thanks to the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center for sponsoring our broadcast, a regional hub for career and technical educational programs that equip high school age students with personal, workplace, and technical skills. Give them a call today at 509-662-8827. That's 509-662-8827. And post-game show here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We've got the winners here. How about it? Wenatchee knocking off West Valley by a score of 3-0. We've got Joe Schuyleman, who came through with the first run of the game and also got the win on the mound. We've got Josh Schuyleman. It's a Schuyleman bookend here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Let me first talk to you, Joe. Talk about on the mound and against a very tough team here today. How'd you feel how you did? I thought you did great.
Really just going after the batters, trusting the defense behind them, and trusting the catcher to make the right call at the plate. We did the job.
I know you guys have some lofty goals this year. Coach was telling me about that. Does it kind of feel really good to knock off that team that has that reputation to kind of work your way towards those goals?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely working towards the state tournament. If we play as a team, we have it.
Offensively today for you, you get the first run of the ball game. Coach told me you guys are going to try to be aggressive out there. Do you love that kind of play?
Yeah. It's high school baseball. If you can be aggressive and push the throws on the other team, then they're going to make errors.
Yeah, so. Make them make the play, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, Joe, congratulations on the win. You talked about wanting him to go 5 innings, if not better, and you got that, and you got the win today. Coach, how does it feel?
It feels great. The boys played great on defense, great on the mound. We got a lot more in the bats still, though, so we need to work on that and be ready for Friday with the bats.
Well, you said you were going to be aggressive. That helped you and hurt you a couple of times here today. But, you know, just like we were talking with Joe, you got to make them make the play. Sometime they're going to throw that ball away.
Yeah, we were hoping our bumpy outfield would give us a little bit of advantage on that second one. But the guy made a nice play, made a great throw, and unfortunately we didn't get it there. But we'll keep the gas pedal down for the whole season, and hopefully it will work out more than it doesn't.
You and I talked before the ball game. You love to have guys come in and throw strikes. And how about Godfrey coming in there and just 1, 2, 3 in his first inning of relief? That got to make you feel good as a coach.
It feels great. I've been coaching him for the last few years in summer, and he's got a lot of good pitches there. Sophomore with a lot of potential coming up.
Things got a little sticky there in the 7th inning, but you guys are able to get the out there. Get a little nervous, Coach?
No, I trust these boys on defense, and no one's going to throw strikes, so I know it's going to be put in play, and they'll make the play.
Well, and that they did, and Butler makes a great play at short there, away from him, gets the ball, and gets that throw across in time.
Yeah, he's getting better and better at short. You know, a guy with a lot of potential, just needs to transfer it onto the field, so it's a lot of work there with him.
Well, the Schuyleman Bookends come up with the win here today, and the Panthers play as a great team effort, 3-0 the final. We'll let these guys go celebrate, and we'll come back and wrap it up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you.
Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Well, the Wenatchee Panthers get their first big win of the Big 9 season, knocking off West Valley here today by a score of 3-0. I want to thank our crew for being involved in the broadcast. First of all, Dan Kuntz for helping us getting everything all set up. To Kim Washburn behind the camera I'm talking to you on right now. And, of course, way up top, and we worried about the wind today. We got a little rain, but I think Matt Harrison was able to survive it okay. And, of course, Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios. I'm Eric Granstrom. Again, Wenatchee beats West Valley 3-0 here in Big 9 baseball at Recreation Park. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Johnny Vega into the box. Johnny, go, 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 go.
Thanks for watching today's coverage of spring sports here on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Today's broadcast has been brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air, and Gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Clean Air Connection, Coldwell Banker Cascade, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Inland Northwest Honda Dealers, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Be sure to tune in for sports year-round here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.